Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. You guys have been asking, and I'm going to give you, because Vincenzo is a man of the subscriber and subscribers. I am a man of the people, and the men and women in my audience demanded, and they said, we want more eraser. Bam, I gave you more eraser. You said, we want in-depth technical analysis. Bam, you're going to get an in-depth technical analysis right here. You ask about classes. I have classes. I'm going to be uploading. Seeing as it's taking forever to get monetized on my VGCInews.com, I'm going to be getting in-depth technical analysis classes that look like a brief look like this on a little snippet that I'm giving you now, but I'm going to give you in-depth breakdowns on how to chart and how to break down a potential, in this case, half a century pattern. Now, if you go down and look, once again, that's VGCInews.com. It's an up-and-coming website, independent news, and we got lots of things going on, but I'm going to start uploading classes there, and you can just pay for the video on there and watch it whenever you want, right? But you can see right here, in 1933, at about 26 cents, we hit our legacy long-time support, right? And then if we fast forward here and get closer to modern times and get to 1972, right? We started having hyperinflation after the guns and butter economy in the 1960s and early 1970s with the New Deal and all that nonsense, kind of like we got going on now with Joe Biden. We had silver hit down. This is a heavily manipulated market. And right here, back in the day, I went over how JP Morgan was loading up on silver from way back in 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, up until right now where silver was really cheap. And he pumped it and he bought physical silver, right, at 50 cents, 20 cents for decades. And then as the price pumped up in the paper market, because there's a paper market in silver, the options market, he was buying puts, started buying them here, bought more here, finished buying them way up here. And as the price got up into here, he started dumping his physical silver as he was loading up on puts in the paper market. So he cashed out all of his physical silver as the price kept rising, and then unleashed it at the top of the bubble to drive the price down and flood the physical market with silver to manipulate the price down as he was buying put options into the future. And as the price was going up, so he cashed in on the way up, he cashed in on the way down with his put options, and then he did the opposite. As the price tanked, he started selling some put options, started buying some more physical silver, buying, right? And then he was out of his physical, or he was out of his paper puts here, cashed in, was loaded up by here to ride the next pump with the physical bullion, and he just plays both markets, right? But you can see now, as I digress, you can check a video I put out long time ago. It was about a 30-minute video 3 months ago. It was a great video. But in this right here, you can see in 1972, we bounced on our legacy support line again. And you can kind of see what we got going on here with our legacy support, our overhead horizontal resistance, our uptrending ascending lower support, right? 1972, we bounced off to $1.30, and then we had a massive pump. And in 1980, with Ronald Reagan, when Paul Volcker came in and they rose interest rates to 20% to try to save the dollar, because the dollar was under attack and the dollar was threatening to go under, right? So they raised interest rates to 20%. Physical price of silver crashed all the way back down. 12 years later, it hit lower support again, just like it hit in 1972, just like it hit in 1960, just like it hit way back where we just looked at it 1932, right? And then you straddled it for a few years, and then you pumped. And then you hit the same area in 2000 under the financial collapse, right, or the dot-com collapse. You came all the way up. No, 2008. See, this has been mislabeled too. We're going to change that real quick. 2008. It's actually 2011. Settings, 2011, after the financial collapse, right at the end of it, when the Fed started printing money in QE1, then the QE2, 3, 4, 5, right? Silver hit that same horizontal upper resistance at about $50, $51. Then it crashed back again in 2021, the COVID crash, and it hit your legacy support line again and pumped up. Now you see what we got going on here. This is a ascending triangle. where you have multiple hits on an ascending lower support, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? All getting higher and higher. You see this one hit at $1, this one hit at $3.50, this one hit at $4.50, and this one hit at about $12.50, $13, right? And then your overhead resistance is at the same. I think you're in an ascending triangle in silver, and I think eventually, which this is a 50-year pattern almost since 1972, so you could do something like this and then pop up and then come back down, and you could be well into not that one, not 24. Yeah, you could be 2049, right? Trading within this range still. That's crazy saying that 2049 because it's only 20-something years. I don't think it would take that long, but you could do something like that, right? Or you could be doing it quicker and about to retest and come all the way back up here and retest the $50 within the next few years because this was just your first pump to bounce off support. Now you're back testing this critical line here. See this line right here at the, we're going to change that color, make that a little bit bigger. At the $20.06 level, you can see back in 2008 you hit it, right? And then if you go way back, you hit it again back in 1979. See that? It's major support and resistance. So if you're going to try to make a run up here now at your upper resistance again at around $50 for the third time in 30 years, this is how you would do it. You would crash down and flush everybody out, hit your lower uptrending support, then have a huge pump, right? Get a bunch of buyers back in, a bunch of new hands up here, sell all the way off to this major underneath support now of a 30-year support resistance line. Hold it as support, bounce it, get the buyers back in, and then catapult up here into the next leg of the bull run in silver. So that's what I think you may have going on here. This could take months, maybe another year, because this has already been consolidating now, if you can believe this, in silver. You're used to Bitcoin moving like a motherfucker. This whole consolidation here, this is what a long consolidation is. This is a 1.25 year consolidation in silver, right? So if this thing breaks up, this thing's gonna break way up, because the longer it consolidates, the bigger the move is on the break up or the break down, right? You guys are used to the Bitcoin, it'll do a move like this in 25 minutes. This whole move from the dump to the pump to the consolidation to where we're at is almost that's a 1.5 year move. But this is a 1.25 year consolidation, right? So you could still bounce around, but I think this is eventually going to break up. I don't think this is going to break down. Silver is going to break up. With all the inflation, you see the new news today from the United States government, highest inflation since 1991, getting awfully close to the stagflation of the 1970s, right? I told you we were printing ourselves into a great inflationary depression, and now the numbers are showing it. It's only going to get worse, and there's no way silver is falling down into anything like this. If silver's down here, I back the truck. I already backed the truck up here, and then I back another truck up here and back more trucks up down there, but there's no way silver's ever getting down there. I think silver's going to hold this as support, right? Maybe come a little bit farther down to that $19 because this is your ultimate support, and then trade back up and then have a huge catapult, right? Because I think you're just flushing people out. This is a flush. If it comes down a little bit more, wherever this comes down to, this is a flush. Like you always have a big flush, just like right here. Before a big move the opposite way is what I've learned in the trading world. It'll give you a big fake out, a massive fake out one way before it makes a huge move the other way, just like the COVID, huge flush. And then it made its huge move, right? Got a whole bunch of people that have been in the silver market out, that have been in there for 10 years waiting, and flushed them out all in a week. Because you flushed, look at that, 36.69%. And then from the bottom of the flush, you rose 140.69%, right? So I think you're going to end up in the next few months to a year, hold this as support, back test it completely, but you're almost there now, and then have a quick punch up to here. I think from the time you back test this and it bottoms out, it's a very quick move to the top. So if you want to get in before the move and not be a jabroni and you want to be in the Vincenzo money, you got to be loading up now. It's given you 12, 15, 16 months to not buy these tops and to be saving at a discount. Right now, it's on sale, just like when you go into the car lot. They say the car is on sale, the shirt's on sale, the watch is on sale, the vacation's on sale. Silver from that top 16 months ago, it's at current price down 26.69%, a phenomenal discount. And I think this is all a great buying opportunity from the price it's at now. If you haven't got into the silver market, all the way down to this major support zone down there and just load up on it in here. I'm not a financial advisor. This is only my opinion and my beliefs on the market. And I think this is all a phenomenal area to load up on, right? This is still smart money. This is way smarter money than up here. And this is a 17-month consolidation. And I think this took 17 months to do this. I think you could go from here to here in 4 weeks, right? And that from current price is a phenomenal, fabulous, glowing, gorgeous, stunning 118.69% move up. I've been loading up in it, patiently waiting for a very long time. And we're going to enjoy this ride when we get there. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love. Peace and love.